And welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing okay and everyone is doing well. Before we get started, I just want to give a huge shout out to everyone who joined yesterday's live, because we always have a great time on live. And if you weren't in the live, my first question is, where were you? Yeah, as you know guys, we do usually go live on Sundays, but we couldn't do Sunday this week, so we ended up doing yesterday. But if you missed yesterday's live, which was a vibe, definitely be sure to tune in on Sunday, because we're going to be back and we're going to have a good time as always. A lot to discuss today. I feel like the episode at first was a bit flat, but it did start to pick up. And yeah, let's tear a few singlets, mind you. Let's start there. A couple singlets are being torn. So as I usually always say, number one, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and definitely join the family. We love having you here, and it definitely is a good time with a good vibe. Also be sure to follow me on my Instagram and also my Twitter at SarahDestinyX. And number three, please get cozy and comfy with a lovely drink, some snacks, and let's get into today's review. Also guys, I'm so sorry, but my eyes are hurting, so I'm having to wear my glasses for today's review. I know, old age. So if you see the ring light and the light glare in my glasses, yeah, sorry, I apologize. Okay, cool. So we already did our first impressions of the 4 new bombshells who were at the sleepover in yesterday's live. We have Caprice, we have Poppy, we have Will, and we have Giorgio. Giorgio? I think his name is yeah, I think it is Giorgio. I hope it is. Okay, cool. So of course, let's start off with Tommy instantly, whilst they were in the main villa, noticed that something was lighting up in the woods. Okay, and he was like, guys, what's that? Boys, what's that? I've never seen that light up before. What could that possibly be? There's always a motorcycle that does that every review, and it's so interesting that he does that at the same time every day. He's even doing style for me tonight. Okay, but instantly Meg obviously got her phone, and then she zoomed in and she was like, I can see them, I can see them by the fire pit, I can see them by the fire pit. So Love Island producers definitely done that on purpose, but you know what, I absolutely love that, to let them know we are in close proximity to you. Now of course, everyone in the main villa was talking about their connections with people who had gone. Of course, Alima was speaking about Rimmel London, and everyone told her not to be nervous because they have a really good thing going. And also Connor was saying, at the end of the day, it is what it is, like me and Emily have been together, but like, and the truth of the matter is, I'm going to get into it anyway, Connor is looking for every single opportunity under the sun on God's green earth to get away from that babe. Mind you, whilst he's doing this, Emily is in the sleepover saying, I just feel like, honestly, like, you know, people go through tests. Emily, behave yourself. Honestly, behave. You need to actually let this man go. Every opportunity that Connor has to try and get away from you, he gets away because he doesn't want to be with you. And I know that does sound really harsh, guys, but I'm just saying it because as a lady, okay, shout out to the girlies who are watching, but as a lady, like, don't allow a guy to tell you more than once that he doesn't want to be with you. Read the room. You're on Love Island, Emily. In case you don't know, we're watching you. You're on Love Island. Please go and explore. Now, of course, at the same time, those in the sleepover villa were speaking about who chose who as to why they wanted them to come to the sleepover. So, of course, we'll start off with Rimmel London. I'm gonna tear that one singlet. That singlet is getting torn real soon, but for now, let me keep it cute. Let me keep it demure. Rimmel London was just like, oh, there was doubt going around each other, and they were just like, oh, who do you think chose you? And he was like, oh, I think Caprice. And then they were like, no, oh, was it Poppy? Oh, okay. I just thought. Of course, Caprice obviously ended up choosing Dejon. Guys, I can't lie, I can definitely get behind Caprice and Dejon. I think they look great together. I think they bounce with each other well. Obviously, I think Dejon low-key still feels that the producers are filming him and that he's being shown on the big screen, because he was just like, yeah, obviously, you know, yeah, we're all open, but obviously, like, my Meg is my Meg. Like, babe, don't worry, she can't see you. Okay, she can't see you. We know that Giorgio also chose Helena, who, by the way, I feel like are quite boring. I find Helena quite boring anyway. Giorgio seems like a sweet lad, you know. Shout out to him. He's from Kent, my size as well. But I find Helena quite boring. So because I find Helena quite boring, I feel like whoever she's coupled up with is kind of boring as well by default. But I didn't really care for their tracks in today's episode, I'll say that. And of course, we know that Will ended up choosing Emily, and all of them are pretty much saying that yes, none of them are closed off. Everyone is quite open, especially in the villa as well. Now back at the villa, we know that Harry and Shakira, oh baby, when you talk, yeah. So Harry and Shakira was obviously speaking. And Shakira was spinning all the tea regarding Meghan and Connor and Meghan and Connor and Tommy and that entire situation. And she was pretty much saying that at the end of the day, Meg really wants to give Connor a chance, but she's locked in with Tommy. You know, she feels like there's sexual chemistry with Connor, blah, 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 that if she could, she'll morph them into one person, all these different things, right? Now, Harry now went to go and tell Tommy, right? How do you guys feel about that, by the way? But Harry now went to go and tell Tommy all the things that Shakira said, you know, bro to bro, I just want to let you know because I don't want you to be heartbroken. I want to be your guy. I just want you to be aware of the entire situation. Of course, Tommy instantly said that, you know, he feels like it's just all quite disrespectful. Actually, no, sorry, I'm getting it confused. Yeah, that happened. But then Connor, after Harry had told Tommy, Connor now ended up having a conversation with Tommy. So, of course, he was just like, I feel like it's just disrespectful. You know, you've been rubbing her leg. You've been saying that you would choose her. Like, I know we're all open, but I just feel like blah, blah, blah. And I said this in my live review yesterday that I don't know if I feel like Connor has done anything wrong. I think Tommy thinks that because he was coupled up with Meghan from the jump, that yeah, like, even if you want to get to know her, I want you to know that's my girl. But no one is closed off, and I don't feel like Connor has done it disrespectfully. Like, he's also trying to explore his options. I think if Tommy and Meghan were closed off, then we can have this entire conversation. But because they're not closed off, it's almost just like, I'm going to explore my options. And on top of exploring my options, the girl that you're with is also very interested in me exploring my option with her. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I just kind of feel like Tommy was doing a bit much with that conversation. It's almost like he wanted to get angry, but was just trying to calm himself down. But at the end of the day, you're not closed off. And I feel like if your babe is attracted to him more than you, of course you can't help that. But you can step your game up. Try and step your game up. You know, she doesn't find you attractive in that way. Why doesn't she find you attractive in that way? Step your game up, okay? It's just all of that. And obviously, whilst they were talking, Meg was also all showing all of her 32s, okay? Very much smiling like, guys, listen, guys, shh, and listen. Now, you guys already know how I feel about Meghan. Unfortunately, but fortunately, I don't know, but those opinions aren't changing. I do think she is somewhat of a very interesting character. But at the end of the day, Tommy, you're single. Meghan, you're single. What's not clicking? Let people explore who they want to explore situations with. Now, of course, Meghan now went up to address Shakira to basically be like, you know, I'm hearing that Harry is speaking to Tommy because you told him this, you told him that. Now, if I'm going to be very honest with you guys, because Meghan went on and on and on with this entire situation, even before bed. Tommy's trying to sleep and she's saying, I'm just kind of pissed off that you believe him more than you believe. I'm trying to actually get some sleep. Okay, I'm actually trying to, this is now my time to zone out, and you're still speaking to me about the situation. And even before bedtime as well, she spoke with Harry and was just like, I don't get why you're getting involved. I don't get why you're getting involved. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Number one, I believe that's very rich coming from Meghan, because she is vocal about everybody's situation all the time. She's always getting involved in other people's information, whether it's her bestie or you will always hear Meghan's voice, even in situations that don't concern her. That's number one. Second of all, I think Meghan is just upset that her innocent act is no longer innocent, because she can't deny that she has definitely been flirting with Connor. I think, just like I said before with Tommy thinking he needs to be Meghan, I think Meghan feels like she owes Tommy loyalty because they've been together from the jump, and she's just annoyed that now the situation has come to light where it's like, actually no, she's also entertaining Connor as much as Connor is entertaining her. And I think that's definitely what's bugging her, because she definitely be flirting. Okay, she definitely be flirting. Now, back at the sleepover, we know I have quite a lot of notes today. Why do I have so many notes? I'll try and be quick because it's already saying that I'm on 7 minutes. So back at the sleepover, we saw, of course, Dejon and Caprice speaking about her last relationship being in December, how she's from Mauritius, how she feels like there's a vibe. I feel like it can be lit between us. All these different things, even talking about weddings and marriage. Okay. And what was so funny was they kept going back to that conversation about marriage, unprovoked, mind you. And of course, you know that Dejon also ended up feeding her grapes. Like I said, I think Dejon and Caprice look great together. I really do. Now, I know if Dejon is going to couple up with Caprice, that whole storyline with Meg is going to come up again, because it always comes up when another girl is involved with her D, right? But I can get behind Dejon and Meg. Let me know. Not Dejon and Meg, sorry. Dejon and Caprice. Can you get behind Dejon and Caprice? I think they actually look quite good together. They seem to have good banter. They seem to have good vibes between them. Just as they said, they feel like this can be lit. So I'm going to hear for it. Moving on to Emily and Will, not much to discuss. I felt like they were boring. I'm sorry. She also, when she was speaking to Helen the next day, was like, oh, like, you know, yeah, he's a nice guy, but nothing compares to Connor, you know, And it just goes back to what I said, that I need her to remember that she is on Love Island. I'm not saying she needs to settle, because if she's not attracted to Will, then she's not attracted to Will, right? But Connor is still very much on her mind when Connor isn't thinking about Emily. In fact, he's even encouraging her. Okay, he's encouraging her to crash on. Now let's move on to Rimmel London and Poppy. Now, gosh, where do I start? Okay, cool. I'm gonna just start off by saying this. Number one, I understand why his opening fact about himself was the fact that he had entertained five women, okay, within one night. Because personally, I don't see the chemistry. I think they just flirt. I think it's just flirting. But of course, they were talking, and you know, she was saying that, you know, he was saying that, you know, you can feel a gap in the villa that isn't there. And I was just a bit confused because, like I said in my live yesterday, prior to them getting the text that they were going to the sleepover, he literally told the guys that if things continue well, he sees Alima becoming his girlfriend. Now, granted, we don't know what things are going well because the producers don't be showing us that. But now that there is issue and there is fire in the house, the producers are showing us more scenes with Alima speaking and also Rimmel London speaking, right? But obviously, he was talking about how, like, he kept saying everything, like, things are good, but I'm open. Kept reminding her, okay, that he's open. And he even ended up lifting up her hand to see if she was nervous. And she was shaking. Now, Poppy, why are you shaking? When at that scene, I didn't really understand. He literally done this with her arm and she was shaking, and he was like, oh, what, I make you nervous? And that's another thing about guys from London as well when they flirt. Maybe I'm just strict. I keep telling you guys this. I think I'm just strict. I think I'm just strict because that is not appealing to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm strict, guys, please. Okay? Maybe I'm strict. But obviously, back at the villa, Alima was, of course, saying that if he does come back with another girl, that's it. I am a one-strike type of girl, and that he knows that about me already. Now, all of the people in the villa kept reassuring Alima that things are good. Rimmel London really likes you. Things are going well. You guys left off in a great place. All these different things, but she was just making it very clear. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I will be upset at first, but at the end of the day, if he messes up, he messes up, and that is that. I don't know if I'm taking Rimmel London and Poppy seriously. I can't lie. He seems like the guy that literally, once again, 5 women in one night. Not to judge. I'm not trying to judge. He opened up and said that, okay? We didn't say that. He said it, right? But it's just giving. Poppy is looking for a way to get back into the villa, and Rimmel London, sorry, I was about to say Rimmel London. Rimmel London is entertaining it. Now, moving on to the nighttime, I already discussed that. Harry and Meghan, she's saying, don't get involved, but you be getting involved in everyone else's business. So what makes you exempt? Meghan, what makes you exempt? But yeah, once again, I feel like she's just acting up because her innocent act is up. Now, moving on to nighttime in the sleepover. Helena and Giorgio slept together, and Poppy and Rimmel slept together. Everyone else slept in their own separate beds. Now, moving on to the following day, a brief chats that took place. Starting off with Meg talking to the girls, saying that she has faith in Dejon, and if his head turns, it turns. Interesting. I already said this in my live yesterday anyway. I feel like, I don't know, does Meg maybe feel like she's punching when it comes to Dejon? Because if this is how she is in the villa, whenever he speaks or blinks at another girl, I fear, okay? I very much fear how things are going to be in the real world and on the outside. Now, of course, Alima said once again that she was scared at first, but at the end of the day, there's no point stressing. And exactly that. Never let a man take you for idiot, and never allow yourself to get stressed over a guy, especially over Rimmel London, okay? Especially over Rimmel London. And next, moving on to Tommy. Tommy was crying to Harry and Ben about the whole situation with Meghan. Honestly, I don't even mean to sound heartless, but I actually just thought, babe, wipe your tears. Why are you crying? Why are they crying? Why are people crying so early? I don't understand why people are crying so early. Is it just me? I don't know, I'm not heartless because you guys said it on the live yesterday as well. There's way too much going on way too soon, and you guys aren't official. So why are you so pressed? And why are you crying? Why is everyone crying? So many people are crying, and I just don't know why. Guys, you're on Love Island. Shake a leg, wake up, okay? Now, back at the sleepover, we know Helena and Giorgio were speaking. Not much to discuss there, honestly. I didn't see the vibe there at all. Giorgio seems like a really lovely guy, but I think because Helena knows she has no options in the main villa apart from her Harry boy, she's going to try and entertain Giorgio, but I don't actually think there is a connection there. And of course, once again, we had Rimmel London talking to Poppy, you know, just flirting once again, and then I think she was like, I can show you, and he was like, what, you're going to show me, yeah? I just thought, Close the lips. Okay. And next, moving on to Harry and Meghan now having a brief conversation. She said that she did forgive him, but in her confessionals it was given backhanded forgiveness. Okay. In terms of, she just kept saying once again, I don't understand why he's getting involved in my business, because of him now Tommy is no longer speaking to me. But that's that. Now briefly moving on to Meghan and Connor now obviously going for a chat on the terrace. Okay, long story short, they ended up having a bit of smoochy, a big lip-sync session at that. And the truth of the matter is once again, Meghan is physically attracted to Connor and she's not as physically attracted to Tommy for her reasons, right? But I just felt like, listen, if she's not careful, she's going home in 24 hours, because those Facebook mums, Tommy cried because of you and you're there lips-ing another man on the terrace. Guys, it's dangerous. Yeah. It's dangerous. But I also do feel like at the same time as well, when they had a conversation, Connor said, if you were to recouple right now, this very second, who would you recouple up with? And she said she'll recouple up with him. I feel like, once again, everyone should be allowed to explore their options. And there's just a lot going on all at once. There's a lot going on. And I feel like I wish she was a lot more honest about how she felt about Connor. I feel like when she speaks to Tommy, she kind of downplays the conversations that she has with Connor and makes it seem like, oh, Connor's onto me. But you also need to reiterate that to Tommy and also to the rest of the villa that you're also onto Connor as well. Now, back at the sleepover, we know that Emily was now saying, once again, that, you know, once maybe this is going to be a test, baby, wake up. Because while she's saying this is going to be a test, I think this is a test, he's lips-ing another babe on the terrace in the main villa. Okay, I need you to put yourself first. But unfortunately, she's not going to put herself first with Will, because Will is just not given to her. Of course, Meg now got back to the girls and Meghan asked her if she lips Connor, and she was like, yes, I did, and that if you think I'm going to do stuff behind your back, then you can watch me do it to your face. And I don't know how I feel about that comment per se, because yes, I am encouraging everyone to stay open, guys. You guys already know this. I'm encouraging everyone to stay open, but also at the same time, are you just doing this to make Tommy feel a certain type of way? Like, that comment didn't really make sense to me. Like, oh yeah, like if you think I can do it, watch me do it in front of, like, is it a thing where you're just trying to entertain Connor for now because you know either way I'm going to go back to Tommy, and yeah, I just want you to know that I can do X, Y, Z. So it's quite interesting. I wonder how her reasoning is upstairs at the moment. I really do. But yeah, let's see. Let's definitely see. Now, of course, back at the main villa, they ended up getting a text. Okay, they ended up getting a text in which, no, prior to that, sorry, Dejon and Ramon were having a conversation at the sleepover, and Dejon was just like, you know, how are things with you and Poppy? And he was just like, yeah, like, she's cool, like, obviously touchy-feely, I like that, all these different things, but you know, I also like Alima as well, and I feel like me and Alima are solid, but you know, Poppy doesn't need to do much to change that. And I just thought, men suck. Okay, honestly, because I just thought, he was just like, yeah, right now, like, no cap, Alima, I will choose her, but Poppy's not far off. I just thought, Remo London, close that up, okay? Because we've actually been, obviously we haven't even seen much scenes with him and Alima anyway, but we low-key have been tolerating you because you're with Alima. So let's be guided here. Let's be very guided. Of course, you know, the main villa now ended up getting a text about the sleepover to pretty much confirm what they already knew, which is that 4 of their islanders have, of course, gone to the sleepover. But also, they ended up adding a cheeky little video of their clips. And I said, okay, producers, y'all ate that one. Y'all ate that small thing. Because yes, give us the drama. Give us the gist. Let us see what you can give. And of course, in that clip, it was pretty much a video of the different islanders, you know, them speaking last night and everyone saying that they're open. And Dejon obviously speaking to Caprice about what you think what we have is lit. Instantly, as we know, fiery Meg, as they like to call her, instantly got up and was holding her head. I was just like, I knew he was going to do that. I think she was even crying. She was wearing her glasses, her sunglasses, but I think she was crying. She was like, I just knew Dee was going to do that. I just knew it. Like, honestly, I just knew that would happen. Of course, some of the other girls were with Alima, and Alima was just like, did he really just say that? Like, if he's saying that something is missing, am I not enough? All these different things. So I know tomorrow's going to be very heated because, yeah. But overall, guys, I feel like it was an okay-ish episode. I think I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I think the sleepover has definitely come to rattle things up, and I'm very pleased that they have, because I feel like I was getting very tired of the same repetitive conversations taking place between the islanders. So I'm glad that the girlies and the guys are here to shake. I'm going to say the girlies. I think, I'm not even going to say the girlies. No, I'm going to say Caprice, because I feel like Caprice is given is the only bombshell in that sleepover. Rest of y'all are giving me shells, but that's just me. That's just my opinion. Let me know yours down below. But yeah, guys, I want to thank you guys so much for watching and for tuning in to today's review. As always, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and definitely join the family. Let me know down below how you are finding the season so far, how you also found this episode. Just give us your views. Let's have a little chin wag in the comments. But yeah, I think that is it. Also, guys, I have started watching Love Island USA. I'm going to try my best to finish watching it by the end of the week so that I can just post like a big review on Friday, because even Castle Morris started. Like, guys, there's a lot going on in USA. There was a lot going on there. Wow, how interesting. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much. Peace. Take care. I will see you tomorrow. Have a lovely night, and yeah, speak to you soon.